So I'm gonna be frank with you. Not a lot of people, not a lot of people are going, um, man, I hate when I do that shit. Not a lot of people. Maybe I should keep it. I was gonna switch it out, but I'm gonna keep that because I'm gonna keep it real. But not a lot of people want to talk about situations like this, right? For real. Keep that glare down a little bit off my head. If that worked, maybe not. Whatever. Just got to be myself today. And that's only to get your attention. But not a lot of people are going to want to hear this video. And regardless to how I feel like I look on the exterior and my eyes are puffy and all of that, I still got to make this video because it came straight to the head. So it's time for me to make it. Men put women on a pedestal that is so undeserving and so unfair to even a woman. So I want to balance that out. Women can be, I've known some women that can be more dangerous than men. Women that can be more dangerous, in prison for killing, in prison for stuff that you wouldn't even imagine. Oh, this is a woman. Yeah, but you got to realize that humanity is humanity. Turn this off a little bit. So, humanity is humanity, right? A human being is a human being, which means they're capable of doing anything at any given time. So you can't put that kind of judgment on people. Sometimes you just got to make the video regardless to how you feel like you look, because it ain't about that right now. But I was told when I was younger that the enemy comes to remind you of a negative past. And I always told my partners and the people that I come in contact with that I don't want to even have in the back of my mind or even have in my conscious or subconscious state of mind that I even have an enemy who taunts me. Like I own this enemy that, but what happens is that shit comes through other people. So depending on who you have around you, depending on who you allow in, is the people that'll remind you of your past, and usually it's some kind of relationship kind of stuff. Because nobody wants to take full accountability. Every action causes a reaction. Depending on your childhood pain, depending on your hurt, depending on how your mom and dad treated you, depending on what people that happened to you, depending on how you feel about men. I've known women that were raped at 5 years old by men. And anytime they flex on a man, you don't even want to be in a building. I've known men that has been prematurely molested by women. And anytime that shit come out about a woman, or those emotions come out about a woman, you don't even want to be nowhere in the building. So what happens is the blame game come together, and then it collides and it clashes. And then you got this big explosion. And that's war too. Like that video I did on war. So now it's war in a relationship. And in the midst of a war, somebody's going to end up dead, explode, mentally warped, contaminated, so on and so forth. That's what happens. Trying to clean up a relationship. Trying to clean up a relationship that has been damaged to the fullest. And you guys can't even communicate because the relationship was broken because of no communication anyway. I'll tell my sons, if you can't communicate with a woman, you might as well let her go. It's over. Done deal. No communication means anything is possible when you can't communicate. Because if you can't communicate, then you can't agree. If you can't agree, then there's conflict. And with conflict brings war. War brings death and many other things after it. So done. You can't talk to your woman or your man. You're done. That's it. It's over. It's over. Beyond over. It's really, really over. You're about to go to the pen or somebody about to be dead. Please believe me, I know situations. I heard of a situation where a man's, and these were Afro-American couples, where the man shot his wife in the face, in the head and in the face. Why did that happen? Oh, what you mean why did that happen? No. What the fuck drove that dude to do that to his wife? I'm leveling this thing out. I'm not choosing sides. It's like, what did she say? What did he do? What was the explosion that caused that to happen? Usually it's no communication. Usually it's how you talking to your husband. Usually, or your wife. Usually it's what you're reminding them of. It gets ugly. That demon comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And when it comes, that shit is crazy, yo. For real. You shot your wife in the face and in the head and left her for dead, yo. What happened, man? Because if you just did a person like that on spite, okay, you did that on spite. No reason. But if you married that person, that shit built up to that, what happened? Her damage, your damage come together. No communication. No, not enough love and respect for each other to listen to each other and try to work things out. So now you need help from another entity to come in and try to work this shit out. That ain't working because you don't have the money to get the help. So now y'all killing each other with words and unkindness, and mental sicknesses is exploding everywhere. Be careful, yo. Be careful. Be careful. Nobody wants to talk about this, but this is what's going on. I heard of a recent situation where a man tried to kill his wife. She didn't die. Nobody wants to know his side, because if you call yourself black in the Heritage Dictionary, it means wrong, which means you're wrong about everything. I'm not saying hurting somebody, yeah, you're wrong. Be it man or woman, because there's women in prison for killing their husbands. They didn't survive. They dead. She killed them. Vice versa. But what is building up? What are we doing? What are we doing wrong to have this build up to that point? The blame game, the disrespect. I love you unconditionally. A woman to tell you, I love you unconditionally. Well, I don't need your unconditional love. If you don't respect me, the unconditional love is obsolete. It absolutely means nothing at all. Everybody knows that. And you better believe it, or it will cost you your life. God help us all, yo, for real.